And Rob, there's an interesting one that came up here with a brand new trailer that dropped today. What do we got?
John Paul Thomas Anderson, the great Oscar-nominated director who last graced us with Phantom Thread, a movie I really liked.
I love that movie.
I did too. I mean, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but what a wonderful movie. His new film from Focus and MGM, the trailer dropped today, Licorice Pizza. What an intriguing title. The film, like Boogie Nights, is set in 1973 to begin with, in the same locales, Boogie Nights, Magnolia, and Punch Drunk Love, the San Fernando Valley, John, where he grew up. And the new pick stars Alana Haim from the all-sister rock band Haim that Paul Thomas Anderson's actually made videos for, and Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, Cooper Hoffman. And they play Alana Kane and Gary Valentine, who are growing up, running around, and falling in love in the Valley. And, of course, Bradley Cooper is in this movie, John, playing a young John Peters, whose life was sort of depicted in the Warren Beatty film Shampoo, but he's playing somebody who looks even more like John Peters and corrects the pronunciation of, at the time, his wife Barbara Streisand's name in the trailer, which I thought was pretty funny. That's actually based on something true that happened. I don't know. I mean,
now wait a minute. For people who think they recognize the name John Peters, he was really most immortalized in that it is that same John Peters that why am I freezing on Kevin Smith? Kevin Smith immortalized him, of course, in that story about Superman Returns.
Yes.
About that, he's that Kevin Smith that wanted him, or that Kevin Smith story where John Peters wanted him to put a spider into it and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, immortalized again by, the one and the only John Schnepp, who had John Peters in his documentary, The Death of Superman Lives What Happens. That's the guy that Bradley Cooper is playing in this.
Yep.
So I thought that was funny.
And he was a producer of Batman, Tim Burton's Batman, and he and Peter Guber were notoriously represented, I guess, the profligate spending of late 80s, early 90s Hollywood. And he is quite a character. So I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. What did you think of the trailer?
Listen, it's Paul Thomas Anderson. The movie's going to be, the movie's going to be great. I mean, you never know 100% until you see it, but I feel pretty safe in saying this movie is going to be great. And by the way, Hoffman's son, for a second there, I thought, is that Gandolfini's son again? Just for a second, I thought he looked a little bit like James Gandolfini's son again, who, of course, is coming up in Many Saints of Newark. So the movie's going to be great. Obviously it is. I'm a big fan also of his movies that he's done throughout. Bradley Cooper, big fan of his. I've been a fan of Bradley Cooper before it was cool to be a fan of Bradley Cooper. I was a big fan of Bradley Cooper from the show he did with Jennifer Garner. Why am I freezing on the name of it now? What was
Alias?
Alias, thank you. I was going to say Anonymous. It's not Anonymous. Alias. I was a big fan of Bradley Cooper in Alias, and I was always cheering for Jennifer Garner's character to end up with him. But anyway, there's that. So the movie's going to be great, Rob. The movie's going to be great. But what do I think of the trailer? I thought it was a terrible trailer. Listen, if I didn't know that this was a Paul Thomas Anderson movie, and I just watched this trailer totally clean, and I had no idea it was a Paul Thomas Anderson film, there is nothing in this trailer that made me interested in seeing this movie. I mean, I am already automatically hooked into seeing it because it's Paul Thomas Anderson. So the movie's going to be great. I can't wait to watch it. But this trailer did nothing to amp up that excitement. Again, I swear, Rob, if you took off Paul Thomas Anderson's name and you didn't let me know he was involved in this at all, and you just showed me this trailer and said, "Are you psyched to see this movie?" I'd say, no. Mention Paul Thomas Anderson, it's his film, then yes, obviously. But I don't think this trailer did a very good job. I don't think this trailer is going to get anybody. Let me reword this. I don't believe that this trailer is going to get anybody excited for this movie who isn't already excited for the movie because it's a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. So I honestly didn't think the trailer was that good. The movie's going to be great, but I don't know. What did you think of the trailer itself, though, Rob?
The tone of it to me was, I have to say, a little underwhelming. Obviously, it looks like the period is so beautifully evoked. The art direction's spot on, but I didn't get I mean, knowing I love Boogie Nights and knowing what he did, again, I think he's a world-class filmmaker, but I just thought there was nothing in the trailer that felt new to me. It kind of gave me an Almost Famous vibe, but Almost Famous had the whole rock, because that takes place in 73 too, had the whole kid being kidnapped by rock stars vibe. And I'm like, Almost Famous is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I wanted more from, it's a first trailer, and I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. So, but hey, I'll watch it.
But like I said, I'm already on board with the movie. Like, it's a Paul Thomas Anderson film. It's going to be great. I have no doubt. I just thought they could have put a better trailer together. I don't know. Guys, question is, what did you think about the trailer? Be honest. If you didn't know it was a Paul Thomas Anderson movie, would you have thought that's a good trailer? If yes, cool. I honestly didn't. But whatever you guys think about it, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.